To begin this top, we're going to grab our category 3 yarn, make a slip knot, and then we're going to grab our 4mm hook, and we're going to make a chain that's long enough to fit around the section that's right underneath your chest. Now that we have our chain, what we're going to do from here is finish off the base, and how we do that is we're going to chain up 3, prepare for a double crochet into the 4th loop from the hook, if I can get it in. There we go. Double crochet, and then we're going to double crochet all the way down the chain up 3, double crochet all the way down there again, and this is going to be the base of your top. So you can make this as thick or as thin as you want. I'm going to do about 4 rows, and I'll meet you when we have that finished. This is where my base is at. I've done 4 rows of double crochet and I've already cut and tied it off. The next portion that we need to do is the, I suppose, body portion. This is where it's going to start tapering up towards the neck. And this next section is going to be very easy, but before we do that, I need to tell you how to section off your top. So how we do that is that I've already sectioned my top off, where you're going to need to find out where the middle is, and then you're going to want to expand out as much as you want, keeping in mind that we are going to do 2 rows of double crochet border, and if you want to have some space on the edges like how mine are, keep in mind for that as well. Now with that being said, the only thing that we have to do now is to start our first row for the base, and how we do that is we pick either end, doesn't matter which one. We're going to grab our category 3 yarn again, same yarn, make a slip knot, and we're going to insert our hook into either end where your markers are. I'm going to start on this end. I'm going to take this guy out, and then from here we're just going to loop it through, and we're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, 3, and that counts as a double crochet. And from here, all we're going to do is double crochet, 1 double crochet into every single loop until we get down to this marker. And here's a trick that I like to do so that we can hide the tail, is that we're going to grab the tail that we have, and then we're just going to put it next to the loops that we have so that we don't have to weave it in afterwards. So we're just going to have it over the loop like that. And we're going to double crochet just like that, and then keep double crocheting, 1 double crochet into every single loop, and then I'll meet you when we are at the end. So we have our first row of just regular double crochet finished, and from here we're going to need this top to start tapering inwards. So how we do that is we chain up 3, flip your work, and then we're going to need to decrease, and how we do that is we're going to work in the next 2 loops. So we're going to prepare for a double crochet, go into the first loop, yarn over, pull through, just like how you would if it was a double crochet, but instead of going through that double crochet, we're going to immediately go into the next loop, yarn over and pull through again. Now you should have 4 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through 3, and then yarn over, pull through the last 2. And that is how we decrease, because the 2 loops right here becomes 1 loop up top right here. And then from here we're going to do 1 double crochet into every single loop until we get close to the end of this row, and I'll show you how to do that as well. We are nearly done with the second row of our body, and I have 4 loops left. And what I'm going to do is double crochet all the way down until I only have 3 loops left. So I have 1 more regular double crochet. Now I have 3 loops left. What I'm going to do into the next loop is do another decrease. So go ahead and yarn over, insert your hook into the loop, yarn over, pull through, immediately go into the next one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 3, yarn over, pull through the last 2. And then we have decreased on this end, and then the very last one is going to be a regular double crochet. So go ahead and yarn over, insert your hook, and do a regular double crochet. And we're going to be decreasing on both ends for every single row until it gets tapered enough and until this reaches the base of your neck. So I'm going to show you how to do that one more time. We're going to chain up 3, flip your work, then we're going to decrease. So we're going to yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and without doing anything else, insert your hook into the next loop, yarn over, pull through that loop. You should have 4 loops on your hook. So you're going to yarn over, pull through all 3, yarn over, pull through 2, and we have another decrease. And then we're going to double crochet once into every single loop until we have 3 loops at the very end, and then I'll show you how to do that one more time. Nearly done with our 3rd row. We have 3 loops left. We're going to decrease into the next 2 loops. So yarn over, we're going to insert a hook into the loop, yarn over, pull through, go directly into the next loop, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over, pull through 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and that is our decrease. And then we're just going to do 1 double crochet to finish off the row. And as you can tell, it's starting to taper in already. We're going to be decreasing on both sides until this gets long enough for you. So I'm going to do that portion at the top, and then I will meet you back when I'm finished with that. So I've just finished the body portion of the top, and I've decreased in every single one, and as you can see, it has a really nice taper all the way up to the base of the neck. And what we're going to do from here is that we are going to chain 1 and cut, because we're going to do a separate piece for the neck. So we are, there we go, cutting this. And this part's going to be a little different, so stick with me. We're going to set this off to the side for a second. And we're going to find the end of our yarn, make a slip knot, and we're going to chain however many it takes for it to get around your neck, but keep in mind we also need to do the loops so it can tie in the back of your neck as well. But from here, I've mapped mine out. Mine is about 10 chains before it meets this corner. So I'm going to do those 10 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then from here, we're going to connect it to the corner right here in the base of the neck. And we're going to connect it with a slip stitch, just like that. And we're going to chain 1 and cut, just like that. So we have 10 chains right here, and then this part's going to be a smidge bit different. So we're going to insert our hook into the other corner that doesn't have the 10 chains connected to it. We're going to make a slip knot and then pull this. Let's try that one more time. Slip knot, pull this through, chain 1 to secure. That also counts as 1. We're going to do another chain 10 right here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so now the neck piece is going to be even. And we don't need to cut and tie from here. We can just work our way back up and around. So we're going to hold this very last loop with our thumb. We're going to chain up 3, prepare for a double crochet, and then go into the 4th loop from the hook, or the one that your thumb is over. Go ahead and do a double crochet. And from here, we're going to do 1 double crochet in every single loop, all the way until you reach the end. So I finished the first row and accidentally went ahead and did the second row, but I'm going to match this this amount of rows to the base, and I have 4 here, so I'm just going to do 2 more so that I have 4 for the neck as well. So just chain up, chain up 3, and then do more double crochets going back and forth until you're happy with the neck piece. Okay, so I lied. I previously said that I was going to do 4 rows. I ended up doing 5 rows because I liked this thickness on my neck rather than the 4 rows, and I thought that this worked much better, and it's all going to even out when we do the borders, but I'll show you that in a second. But since we're already here, we're going to do the loops so that you can tie the top together. So from here, we're just going to chain 1. Actually, we're going to chain 3. Chain 3, that counts as a double crochet. And then we're going to do 2 double crochet into every single loop. And it's not an increase. By every single loop, I mean all of these side loops right here, so that it all evens out. It's not going to expand it all on the edges. Now we've done our row of just double crochets, and we're going to need to do some loops in the back. So we're going to chain up 1, 2, 3, 4. The 3 that we just did counts as a double crochet. The 1 counts as the net. So we're going to prepare for a double crochet. We're going to skip 1 loop and go into the next loop, so that we have this deal going on. Chain 1, skip this loop down here, prepare for a double crochet. Chain 1, skip this loop, and then double crochet in every other loop that we have. Now that we have our row of net, we're going to chain 1, and just to make this a little bit more sturdy, we're going to go into every single loop once with a single crochet. Just like this. And then if you see that it's being pulled together a little bit, you can always just yank it apart just like that. We're going to, chain 1, pull, and then we're going to cut. Now we're going to do the same thing that we did over here on this side. So just to clarify, we're going to insert our hook into the corner right here. Grab our yarn. Make a slip knot. Then we're going to chain up 3. And then we're going to do 2 double crochet into every single loop, and then do the same exact thing that we just did here over here. Now to work on the borders, the way that we're going to start it off is to indicate where the body meets the base, and this is the loop where they meet. And we're going to go 2 loops up on the base. So we're going to count up 1, 2, just like that. We're going to insert our hook into that loop. We're going to grab our yarn, make a slip knot, and then we're going to pull that yarn through, chain 1 to secure. And then from here, we're going to be working this way down the side to make the border. So from here, we're going to automatically prepare for double crochet, and we're going to go into the very first row of the body. So since these are the sides, since we're working in the sides of the body, we're going to be double crocheting twice into every single loop that we have, and we're going to work all the way down until we get to the base of the neck right here, and then I'll show you how to do that as well. Now we're nearly finished with our first row of border. We just have 1 more loop to do, and I'm going to show you how to attach it to the neck piece as well. So we're going to do 2 double crochet into this very last loop. And then so in the beginning we had to go into the base and skip 2 loops and then insert our hook into the second. And we're going to do the same thing here. So we're at the base of the neck, and this loop is where the body is connected to the neck. And then from there, we're just going to count up 2. So 1, 2. Insert our hook into that loop, and then attach it with a slip stitch. And then from there, we're going to need to do another row just like this. So we're going to go into the next 2 loops, slip stitch 1, and second loop, slip stitch 2. Flip your work, and then we can go ahead and just do 1 double crochet into every single loop that we have. And then once we get right to this corner, I'll show you how to do that as well. Alright, so this is the second row of our border, and now we're going to need to work this corner so that we can do just 1 row until we reach the end right here. So we're going to, double crocheted all the way until we got to the very last loop of this side of the border. And then what we're going to do from here, we're going to prepare for a double crochet, and we're going to do not an increase, we're going to do a decrease. So we're going to prepare for a double crochet, insert your hook into this loop right here, yarn over, pull through, and then we're going to automatically go into the loop that is in the base. So not this one that we're previously connected to, the one right next to it. So we're going to insert our hook into there, yarn over, pull through, and just like before, we have 4 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over, pull through 3, yarn over, pull through 2, and that's how we work the corner. Because if we didn't work the corner, then it would get bunched up right here because it would be too much. And then so from here, we can go ahead and just double crochet regularly until we reach the end. So we've done our border, and then we came down, and then we reached to the side of the base. And like I said before, it was all going to make sense because this has 5 rows of double crochet, and now right here there are 5 rows of double crochet. So the only thing that we need to do next on this side is the same netting that we did up here. So from here, we're at this corner, we're going to chain up 3. We're going to do 2 double crochet into every single loop, and then do a row of net. So I'll meet you when that is all finished. Now, we're almost done with our top. We just need to do the border on this side, and then I'll meet you when we have that done. It's the same exact thing that we have here. So this is what it looks like once we have both of the borders in, and once we have made the corset back ties for both the neck and the back. And the only thing that we need to do from here is to make a chain that's long enough to wrap around your neck and attach like this, and then another chain that's long enough to wrap around and attach like this, and also to weave in the ends, and then you'll be all done. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This was a really fun project to do. I think this is super cute, and it'll look really great with a lot of outfits. Thank you so much, and I'll see y'all in the next one.